Today is all about the youth academy of our teams. We have given every single club in the game max youth facilities. And we've also slapped a 30-year transfer embargo on everyone as well. Which youth academy will prosper? Or will it just be the same old as we venture through this experiment? Time will tell. Let's get into it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're starting off with Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. Yeah, as you can see, 20 youth facilities, 20 youth recruitment, 20 junior coaching, and a transfer ban to 2053. As you can see here, we go through. It's the same for every club in the Premier League. If we go down to the Championship, it's the same thing. We're looking here at Leicester. We go down to League One, and it's Carlisle I've randomly clicked on. The same thing, you get the gist. But just in case you were unsure, we've gone out to Gillingham in League 2. Same thing. Vanarama National League, Boreham Wood. There you go. And the Vanarama National League North is not loaded. And the leagues we've got loaded today are the English tiered structure down to the Vanarama National League. We've got the French leagues down to the French National. We've got the Bundesliga and Bundesliga 2, Italian Serie A and B, and of course the two top leagues in Spain, the Primera and Segunda, maybe the Spanish second division. So of course the youth players that will come through will be the majority will be in those nations, because of course those are the nations that we've got loaded. But yes, as I say, it is max youth facilities for every club in the game. If we go and look at, I don't know, Spain. I know, I've just said Spain are in the game. Wait. We're going to have a look at Norway, the major club in Norway. Bodo Glimt, the same thing. There you go. 30-year transfer embargo, max youth facilities. So yeah, I say every club in the game, every playable club in the game. There might be clubs that are sort of loaded in, that are below the league structures, that are actually available to play, that may come through with transfers and actually push themselves up the league. Who knows? We'll see as we go. We've gone through a hefty amount of years in this experiment. Let's have a look. 2084 is where we've gone to in this experiment. Therefore, we will be moving forward at a nice little rate of knots in this experiment. We normally go through 1 year to begin with, but that is not happening today, Pedro. Oh, no. We're going to jump forward 5 years straight off the bat to see if anything's happened at all. So without further ado, 2028, here we come. And I know what you're all thinking, Jay, what an energetic intro and introductory portion to this video. Well, I will tell you, and I will answer the question that you're all asking. How much sleep did you get last night? I will tell you now. 5 hours, count them on one hand. Yes, 5 hours. I feel like a new man. Absolutely buzzing. Took the little lad to soft play yesterday for his upcoming birthday, and he's absolutely shattered. So he slept very well. And the daughter decided to follow suit and sleep reasonably well. 4 a.m. I got up. Happy days. Oh, about nearly 4, like 4:45. I went to bed at like 10:15. So like 5.5 hours actually. Mrs. hung firm. I think she got a bit of kip on the sofa, to be fair. But yeah, she really did a kindness last night. She really pulled it out the bag for me. I feel absolutely buzzing. And I've also dosed myself up on plenty of caffeine as per usual. So the energy might not stay for the entire video, but let's hope it does. So we're 5 years in and I've waffled horrendously there. Anything happening here? Well, who have we got in the Premier League that isn't there to begin with? Hull City. Is that it? Southampton maybe? I can't remember, because the original database, Burnley were there in the original. I don't know. Got no idea whatsoever. And I've got no knowledge of Spanish football. Like what teams, especially the lower half of the table, and same with Italy, Germany, and France. 25-26 though, Monaco won the league title. Don't expect that, do you? RB Leipzig have just won the league in Germany. AC Milan have been on a bit of a tear, 3 in a row for them. It's been Barcelona and Real Madrid in Spain. Vitor Roque with 28 goals, top goal scorer. Real Madrid with the 3 best players in the league. No one's getting the goals though. No one's getting the goals. Vitor Roque, 7 clear of Artem Dovbyk. Real Madrid, you have to go down as far as 4th to get a 4th and 5th, to be fair. But 19 and 16, that's a far cry from top goal scorer. No wonder they didn't do great. So, what are we saying then? In terms of the best players in the world, well, in terms of potential ability, let's have a quick look over here. So we've got Marcos Ochoa, Argentinian from Independiente. He has got an average potential ability of 198. Current ability now of 185. Fair play. Kylian Mbappe, obviously a real person. Ricard for Mallorca. So he's come through at Mallorca. He's transfer listed by request for £71 million. He's wanted by a who's who of European bigwigs. And I am almost certain he will be on the move during this summer. Erling Haaland, then we've got Lucas Bernardini. So Argentina are having a lovely old time over here with their players coming through. Valon Hedgie for Olympique Marseille. He is a Swiss player. He has got a very high potential ability as well. Francis Tete, German. Raul Nieto, Spanish. Vinicius Jr. Ronaldo Luis is Brazilian. He's 17 years young. He's 103 current ability. 190 potential. Will he get there though? Will he get there with 3 pressure? 19 professionalism and 20 ambition? Almost certainly will. Almost certainly will. Ronaldo Luis, remember the name. In 5 years' time, we'll be checking him at 22 years old and see how he's getting on. But he's already over 100 at 17. I'd like to think he's going to get there. Ben Gleeson for Aston Villa, the first Englishman in this shortlist. We've got a Moroccan, Bilal Amala, who's Moroccan-Italian, actually. Kevin De Bruyne is retiring. Tahar Ozcan, then back for Turkey. Ed Hewison for Newcastle, 17 years young. He is 117 out of 189. Nathan Hosker for Aston Villa, another Aston Villan. He's 131 out of 189. Very nice indeed. Warren Emery, of course, is a real person. Our first Dutch, Eric Huisman. We've got Big Jude. Alberto Di Filippo for Atalanta, another regen. And again, we've back to another real person in Evan Ferguson. The second coming of Christ is Jesus for Atletico Madrid. You might say their prayers were answered. Just leave that one hanging. Are they getting worse? Genuinely, let me know in the comments if you're a long-time viewer. Are the jokes getting worse? I think they are. State of this. A t-shirt hanging out this drawer. Slob. Velibor Knezovic is asking to leave. Wants to leave the club. Wants to leave Kukariki because he's wanted by 41 clubs. He's on 120 quid a week. 19 years old. He's 158 current ability. 187 potential ability. Is worth sod all. Who wants him? Do you know what? I actually expected some bigger teams to be wanting him. Liverpool are rumoured. They're probably the biggest. PSG, okay, yeah. Dortmund. But Man City, okay, yeah. There is actually quite a few big teams. Bayern Munich, there you go. I just thought, 41 teams. Didn't think half of them, you've got 8 of them would be from the MLS. Mo Salah, of course, there you go. Takeharu Tsuta for Kawasaki. Again, he's 20 years old. He's 114 out of 186. Now, I'll be honest with you. At 20 years old, he is not going to hit his potential ability. And is that probably because he's playing in a league that is not quite of the standard? Of course, there you go. There's the transfer ban, and there's your state-of-the-art youth facilities again. Just goes to show how many teams we've actually done this on. Saka still at Arsenal, Harry Kane still at Bayern Munich. Of course, they're still going to be there because naturally, we've all got transfer embargoes. Now, I haven't stopped takeover of clubs. Stop outside takeovers. Because I did do that for a while just to sort of enforce the transfer embargo to stay. But quite a few in the comments did say when I forget to do it, it's actually quite nice because it adds an element of randomness. So if another transfer embargo comes for whatever reason, through administration, through a takeover, through whatever, smack the mic, apologies to headphone users, it actually adds that element of randomness. So you could have a team that is going to be much of a muchness. Like, let's say, let's go down to League One. Grimsby. We'll choose Grimsby just because I saw them first. They've got a transfer embargo, but if they get another transfer embargo, it will nullify the current one that we've enforced, and they might be able to actually sign some players. Therefore, we'll actually see them start shooting up through the leagues. Their captain is Akil Mayers, a youth player that's come through whose potential ability is 123, so it's not that good, is it, to be fair? Now, in terms of transfers, West Ham, Erik ten Hag is at West Ham, and they have obviously had some form of financial takeover. There we go. So we've had something happen for West Ham. Arsenal as well. RC Lens. This is interesting. We're now looking at the transfers and actually seeing which teams might have actually done something. There you go. There's your team. Rotherham, we could be seeing them win the league title. Sorry for the pause then, ladies and gentlemen. I was just looking at the size of Peter Kioso's 5-head. Torino as well have also had their transfer embargo lifted by some form. Okay, Man United have had theirs lifted as well. As of Everton. Millwall, no manager, but they've had theirs lifted. Middlesbrough, it looks like as well. Okay, loads of teams have had theirs lifted. Oh, here we go. Aldershot. Okay. Luton, Monaco. We've seen them win a league. That could be why. Portsmouth, Chesterfield, Leyton Orient, Burton. Lots of teams. Okay, so we've got no transfer embargo for a lot of teams. League One, Peter, we've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge. Didn't expect that. Swansea City, Bristol Rovers have also had their transfer embargo lifted. They're down in the Championship. League One, we're looking at West Brom, Torquay and Rotherham. Neil Harris, there he is. Man who pops up in every single one of my videos at the minute. He can't be kept out of them. Even a random click to a team, got Neil Harris. Torquay, there's Rotherham, as we've mentioned. League Two, Alvechurch, York and Belper. Panorama National League. Witton, Portsmouth, Torquay, Didcot, Cinderford, Wingate and Finchley, Stocksbridge, Belper, Bedford. Okay, right, well, there we go then. So I think we are starting to see a lot of teams randomly not have a transfer embargo. So who's going to go on and kick on? Manchester City have been winning the league. They are still under a transfer embargo, which I think is very, very interesting. They obviously have got the squad, but they have got players that are going to be leaving and retiring and getting worse. So they need to get the trophies in the first 10 years, because after those 10 years, the next 20 could be pretty ropey for Manchester City, even though they will have a good youth academy. Everyone has. So we'll see. Arsenal did win one trophy, and they do have the finances to be able to go and strengthen their squad. So without further ado, we're going to go through another 5 years now to 2033. See what's happening there. And if you like this kind of experiment, and you like these kind of experiments that you might see on the channel, weird and wacky, wonderful ways of seeing what is capable in Football Manager, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and it only takes a second. So yeah. Subscribe, you can come back and watch more my incessant rambling. Don't worry, every video features multiple terrible jokes. So Arsenal have taken over here in the Premier League. They are the team to beat right now. They've won 4 of the last 5. Man City have been winning as well. A couple of Champions Leagues for Arsenal, and the finances are okay. As I say, no transfer embargo, and they've been signing players. They've been signing players with huge potential ability. Oh, yes, they have. No wonder they're doing so well. No wonder they're doing so well. Anyway, let's go and look over the shortlist and let's look at the potential ability. But Marcus Okoa, we saw him. He'd gone to Arsenal last time, handy for £15.5 million. He is the best player in the world. 198 out of 198. Tony Rosa, an Andorran. 99 out of 198. He's 16 years young. Well, he's balanced in terms of his personality. Will he get there at 99? 1 loyalty. Professionalism 8. I'm not sure about old Tony Rosa. We'll see next time we come back. Ricard has gone to Chelsea. So that means Chelsea no longer have a transfer embargo. He was signed for £128 million from Brest, who actually signed him from Mallorca for free. Lucas Bernardini still at Real Betis. Ballon Hedgie is still at Marseille. Francis Teta has gone to Manchester United for free from Colm. And Ronaldo Luis, we said, is this guy going to make it? Well, he has made it in 5 years. He's got from 102 or whatever it was to 190. Manchester United have signed him for £19.5 million. And he looks the business, doesn't he? 20 ambition, 19 professionalism. He is there at his potential. Wowzers. What a player he looks like. New Croatian, Andy Malakinisic, easy for me to say, 3.4 million to Nice from Rijeka. Ben Gleeson still at Aston Villa. Ed Hewison still at Newcastle. Nathan Hosker also still at Aston Villa. He's wanting to move to a bigger club. Chelsea want Ben Gleeson. 12 teams want the old Hosker. Real Madrid are probably the biggest team there. Well, they are the biggest team there. Man City are also rumoured. But Man City can't do sod all about it because they've still got a transfer embargo on their club. No Pep either. Oh my God. They've just sacked Vinny Comp. The Football Manager cheat code has come in and been sacked. He's been at Chelsea for a couple of years, Bayer Leverkusen for 4, after he was at Burnley for 4. Man City have just absolutely shot themselves in the foot there. Deary me. Real Madrid have also still got a transfer embargo. De Zerbi's in charge of Real Madrid as well, just for anyone's information. Right, so Millwall here. Tom Healy, 163 out of 190. He was signed from Sutton, it appeared. No, he's gone on loan to Sutton. He's actually come through the youth academy at Millwall. Yeah, Millwall don't actually have a transfer embargo, so it's actually interesting. Neil House is back. Neil House again. He was a Millwall player for many years, wasn't he? Yeah, Mr. Millwall. Oh yeah, 6 years there. Then he went away. Came back in 2007 for another 4. Went to Southend briefly. Then came back as a reserves manager in 2013. Then he was the manager of Millwall for 4 years, and now he's back. Been here for 2. Go on, Neil. Mo Salah has just retired at 41. Wow, interesting. Okay, so let's go and have a look, as I say, at the Premier League. So we've seen that. Right, the Arsenal have now taken over the Spanish First Division. Villarreal have actually just won the league. Now, Barcelona have still got a transfer ban. Villarreal do not. And Luis Enrique is now in charge of them. They've got your best friend and mine, Rooney Bargy, at the club. 19.25 million from FC Copenhagen. I think that's very interesting indeed. Oscar Amagat, worth a lot of money. Actually came through the youth academy at 171. They didn't actually have to sign him, which I think is interesting. The best player for like Millwall and Villarreal that we've just seen has actually come through the youth academy and not been a signing from the board takeover that's actually happened. They've bought Karim Konate. So yeah, Bundesliga. Leverkusen and Dortmund have slipped in there, but Bayern Munich are still pretty much in charge. 3 of the last 5. Serie A, well, it's all about Milan, isn't it? Kaskiewicz have won once after their 3 in a row, but it's been the Blue Neri who won 4 in a row until this season. PSG have took back the stranglehold on France until most recently Monaco actually won the league title, and PSG have not got a transfer embargo. The PSG are eligible to be signing players, although they haven't been. I think that transfer embargo has literally just been lifted. So unfortunately, France might be going back to basics. PSG just winning every single season. In terms of the Premier League then, as we can see here, who's in the Premier League then that wasn't to begin with? We've got Middlesbrough, Millwall, West Brom. It's much of a muchness, isn't it, really? The Championship have got some teams up there who probably weren't in there to begin with. I mean, Stockport County, Lincoln, Fleetwood. League One, trying to see if I can recognise anyone from the Van Orman Ash League. FC Halifax from the Van Orman Ash League. Now, they're insecure. They've actually got no transfer embargo. We'll actually be able to see who's got transfer embargoes, actually, if we just go and have a look here. So, loads of teams now. Loads of teams don't have transfer embargoes. We're only 10 years in. So, we are almost certainly just going to start doing 10-year jumps now, because we've got 60 years to go through. So, 50 more years from now. So, 10-year jumps, it'll be 5 more jumps. So, we're spending long enough each time that I think 5 years is not going to be enough. Now, Norwich City, their transfer embargo has been lifted, and they've been signing plenty of players. Colchester, and here he is, making noise on the landing. It's everyone's favourite baby. It's Mini Wawa, Jayhuahua's little one, and he's come to say hello to his adoring fans. Say hello, wave. You show me up now. Look, let me get a big screen for you. There you go. Look, it's you. You're looking for some support from the viewers. He wants some of the decorative toys. Who does he think he is, eh? Who does he think he is? Look at him. He's off. He's off. Oh no, he's just shutting the door. He's shutting us in. No mummies allowed, apparently. Let's watch. Let's all go through this car crash together. It's already trying to press buttons. So, League 2. Loads of teams have got transfer embargoes lifted. Van Orman National League as well. Once again, Kidderminster absolutely ripping it up over here. Now, their youth facilities have dropped. They've gone down, actually, as well, despite getting all these players in. So, not ideal. Not ideal at all. He's now touching the mic. You speak into that. You speak into the microphone. Say hello. Hiya. He's bored now. Trying to get him involved, trying to earn his keep. Right, there we go. He's asked to leave. He's left. I've now shut the door, and there's now a tantrum going on outside. So, for all of you watching, I apologise the video just got derailed somewhat, but that's a little peek into our lives here. I have now shipped off a toddler that is on the cusp of, can you hear that? On the cusp of a tantrum, and now our lovely missus is having to deal with it. So, if you haven't already, drop a like on this video and leave a comment for the support for Mrs. Wawa, because she is the engine that keeps this channel running by keeping on top of all the day-to-day bollocks that has to be done. She gets the short straw. I'm here waffling about Football Manager while she's there dealing with... Can you hear this? Bless her. While I'm on this screen waffling, I can just see Gurjit Lodge. What a name that is. Go on, Gurjit. That's what's been happening over the last 10 years. The Champions League, who's been winning that then? So, sorry, I've just had to go and help that tantrum. We've got him in the bath now, so I'll just quickly recap what I've just gone through here. Because it was getting loud, and if you can hear that, like, people will probably click off because it's a lot to listen to. I can still hear it going on now, but you probably can't. The mic's probably not picking up. Anyway, the teams that won the Champions League still got a transfer embargo at Man City, still got a transfer embargo at Bayern Munich. Mikel Arteta's in charge. Fun fact. De Zerbi at Real Madrid, as we've already said, and he has still got a transfer embargo. The only team that's won the Champions League that does not have a transfer embargo is Arsenal, and that's 3 of the last 10 years. So the 7 winners have all had a transfer embargo. Arsenal had not got a transfer embargo here because we saw that in 2028. So we're going to do 10-year jumps now. So let's jump 10 years to 2043. See how we're getting on. Okay, so we've got a couple of 200s under our belt here. We've got 23-year-old Isidro Alborz for AC Milan, signed for £29 million. 23 years old. He's probably not going to make it because he's only at 149. Not going to make it. Amari Nicklin at Hull City, 16 years old, 94 current ability, 200 potential ability. He has the potential to get there. He's resolute. He's got good professionalism, good ambition. Pretty decent attributes across the board. He could go far. Monaco, PSG, Arsenal, Marcus Okoa is still there. Club legend, no doubt. Tony Rosa at Nottingham Forest. We saw him, Andorran, signed for free from Nottingham Forest. He's at 168 out of 198, so he's never made it to his full potential. He's 26 years old. There's a bit of growth still in him, but I don't know if he's quite going to get there. Ian Smith for Ipswich in League One. Now, Chelsea have got Ricard. They've also got Lucas Bernardini. They signed him for free from Real Betis. They've also signed Bernabas Samir. He's a youth player. He come from Diosagur, but it looks like he's come through the youth academy. They've also signed Valon Hedgie from Lille for free, who had gone from Lille to Marseille. He went on a free. He's went on a free twice. Francis Tete is still at Manchester United. Malakanusic is at Southampton. £22 million from Lazio. He's 29 years old. 131 out of 190, so he has never made his potential. Nowhere near. Ronaldo Luis still at Man United, 190. He's probably been pretty decent for them. Ben Gleeson leaving Aston Villa to go to Southampton on the 1st of the 7th. 157 out of 190, 35 years old. Maybe he got a bit higher and he's dropped a bit. Osk Dog has gone to Brentford. £43 million he went for. And loads of players here, 191. It was still in the 180s here. Evan Ferguson's just retired at 38 years old. Where did he spend his career? At Brighton. And he went for a bit of a swan song at Sassuolo. 127 goals and 151 caps for Ireland. Fair play to him. Chris Saunders at Chelsea, another player at Chelsea who's come through the youth academy. The amount of players I'm seeing at Chelsea, I would be very surprised if they've not won some Premier Leagues. Let's go and look at the Premier League right now. And there you go. 4 out of 5 has been Chelsea. Arsenal with the other one. And this is really starting to take a different look now. This is exactly the kind of thing that I was expecting. And it is keeping some of the Premier League teams in, because when we just have a transfer embargo just locked in and certain Premier League teams can't get that transfer embargo, we've seen them fall away and drop out of the league, and it's just been quite disappointing. Whereas now, you've got such an hodgepodge of teams. You've still got your Arsenals, your Aston Villas, your Bournemouths, your Brentfords, but now we've got Burton, Chelsea and Leeds and Leicester are there, Luton, Man City, Man United, Middlesbrough, Millwall, Norwich, Nottingham Forest, Reading, Southampton, Stockport County, Sunderland and West Ham. So a very topsy-turvy table. Yeah, Chelsea are on a bit of a roll here. Is it any wonder why? Man City fucked up, didn't they? They let him go. He's been here for 5 years and he's won 4 Premier League titles. Community Shield, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Community Shield, Super Cup, Community Shield, Champions League, FA Cup, Champions League. In 5 years, nearly 6 years, he's won 4 Premier Leagues, 3 Champions Leagues. This man, he's already been here, actually. Vincent Kompany's already been here. He left Chelsea to go to Man City, where he got sacked. Oh, it's come full circle. And then he's gone to Tottenham, to AC Milan, to Bayern Munich, mirror in real life, and then to Chelsea. Let's have a look at these milestones. It's a bit of it's a Vinnie Comp Appreciation Society. So at Spurs, he did sod all. At Bayern, he did sod all. He won the Bundesliga, actually. Awful. Man City have now no longer got a transfer embargo, and they're expected to finish 7th. Okay, Bournemouth, Burton and Sunderland are meant to be down here near the bottom. Reading getting Europa League football because they finished in the Europa League spots. Reading got Europa League football, Conference League football from Middlesbrough. Norwich getting Europa League football from winning the Conference League. I can't believe it. Norwich and Middlesbrough won the Conference League after Man City won it. And before that, it was bloody Millwall. Paulo Fonseca's in charge. Wasn't there then, though. It is. It had to be. It's big old Neil Harris. who won the Conference League, and he was sacked after nearly 11 years. He's now an unemployed manager. He's won the Europa League with them as well. Millwall won the Conference League, then the Europa League back to back, and then he got sacked. He's 65 years old. Oh, Neil, I feel so sad for him. Millwall are still in the Premier League as well. Oh, devastating for the big Neil Harris. I mean, Ralph's going to be gone. Can't resurrect a Ralph watch this late in the game, can we? Ralph Rudolph? Ralph Hackathel? What's been going on in other leagues then? Because we've come 10 years, of course, and Manchester United have also won a league title a few seasons ago. But it's been Arsenal. Arsenal were on a bit of a tear. Bastian Hoeneß is in charge at the minute. They did have Marco Rose for a while. Kieran McKenna for a bit, and then Mikel Arteta came back. He got sacked for the second time in this experiment. Now he's the manager of England. No, he left, sorry. He left to begin with. He left first time to go to Bayern Munich. Then he went to Villarreal, then to Lazio. Okay, so what's going on in other leagues then? So in Spain, it is Atletico Madrid and Valencia and Villarreal who've won the last 3 league titles. Real Madrid still have a transfer embargo. Barcelona still have a transfer embargo. Eric Garcia is a player, a manager for them. Interesting. Serie A, Lazio and Juve are winning the league. Lazio have got Nagelsmann in charge. They've also won a Champions League. Juve have got Poch. I mean, there's not that many teams that have got transfer embargoes now. Inter Milan still do, or Blue Neri, should I say. They're still getting top 6 in Italy. Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen, most recently, Bayern Munich have won quite a lot of the last few seasons. Borussia Dortmund also have won it. They've still got a transfer embargo. Bayer Leverkusen has still got a transfer embargo. Who's not? Yeah, transfer ban. Oh, of course. The Bundesliga have all got transfer embargoes still, because they're partly fan owned. They don't have these millionaire rich investors, do they? So the game's got it coded in that these multi-billionaires are not going to take over in the Bundesliga because of the way the clubs operate. They're sort of consortium fan owned clubs, aren't they? Don't the fans own 51% of the clubs? They have the board and they have other people that own certain amounts, but the fans own so much. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I do think there's something to that, isn't there? That's why Bundesliga has not changed one bit. And in terms of France, well, PSG did carry on winning a couple of league titles, back and forth, hot potato with Monaco. And then Monaco and Nice are now the ones switching it up. Christian Gunter is in charge there. Monaco have got Kieran McKenna, who seems to have done quite a little bit of business. 2 Champions Leagues for Monaco. They are within the last decade. Chelsea have also won 4, as we've already seen. Vinny Comp with 3 of them, I believe. Lazio also won 1, and that was Mikel Arteta who was in charge of Lazio. Wow. Nottingham Forest have won a Champions League in 2041. They've actually been up there, finishing 4th, 2nd. They've been very close to it. They've not won a league title, but I'm looking at the past winners. I've not clicked on this screen actually, and as you can see, Nottingham Forest are up there. Let's have a quick look at the English league table then. So, right, Arsenal, no transfer embargo. I don't think anyone's got a transfer embargo anymore. Nope. Every single team in the Premier League is transfer embargo-less. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's at Barnsley as a manager. And here we go. Brighton, Burnley still have transfer embargoes. That's interesting because they were Premier League teams. They're now not in the Premier League, probably because of the transfer embargo. And we've got here Fulham, Hull, Liverpool. Didn't even notice Liverpool weren't in the Premier League. There they are in the Championship. Still got a transfer embargo. Wow. Newcastle United as well. All of you lot in the comments are probably thinking, why has he not mentioned Liverpool and Newcastle not been there? And Tottenham. Yeah, God. I could have just come and looked at the Championship and seen this. League One. Anyone in League One? No, not really. No Premier League teams anyway. I know the National League has got quite a few teams, though, that probably obviously come down. There's a lot of National League teams that have come up into League Two and even in League One, making a bit of a play for it. Okay, we're in 2043, and it's been chaos. Let's go to 2053. We are entering into the territory of all transfer embargoes being lifted as well. So that's going to be a thing as we move forward. So, Amari Nicklin at 26 did not make it to 200. Isidro Alborz at 33. He might have made it. Probably not. He's probably not lost 16. He might have done. Probably difficult to say. I could probably go back and look, but, you know, it's not obvious he's made it. So, you know, he needs to do more for me to go back, doesn't he? We've got another 199, Daniel Bauer. I think he was here last time, actually. Mark Orlovsky for Sturm Graz. He's a 198 potential ability. You're calling it 132. Daniel Ziris for Stockport. Here we go. 181 out of 198. Signed for £72 million from Nuremberg. This is what you want to see. Stockport County signed a player for £72 million, and he's one of the best players in the world. And he could be the best player in the world if he hits his potential. Which, 17 away at 24, I'd like to think he definitely will. He's fairly determined. What's his professionalism saying? 13. He might do, but his loyalty's in the gutter, so he might not even make it. Luke Hodgkinson, the Spanish-Portuguese man with arguably the least Spanish and Portuguese name. Indy van den Bosch, 17, 194 potential, 124 current. Looks pretty decent. Barnabas Samir, we see him last time at Chelsea. We did, didn't we? I do remember him. And he is basically at his potential of 194. He's at 186. We've got some other players here who are probably going to make it. Craig Whittle for Everton. Emiliano at Brazil. Brazil Salzburg Red Bull. Whatever they are. What they're called. Red Bull Bragantino. Ben Gleeson is joining Southampton on the 1st of the 7th, 2053. He's 45. Why is this guy not retired? What on earth has happened? I have never seen a player go on to 45 years old before. What the fuck is going on? He's not played, really, any competitive football in 17 years since he was about 28. He's played a handful of games here and there. Made an appearance for Aston Villa off the bench at 40. Made a couple of appearances at 39, 38, 37. In 5 years, he's just been here at Aston Villa, collecting dust. He's now joining Southampton on the 1st of the 7th, 2053. His physicals are absolutely shot. 1 for acceleration, 2 for pace, 1 for strength. I don't know why his strength's gone through the floor. And I don't know why when you're in the 40s, you have the inability to take a corner or a long throw. Like pace, agility, acceleration, stamina. I get it. I don't get some of these attributes that do go down, but why the hell is he still here at 40 bloody 5? That's insane. That is insane. He's on £230,000 a week. Excuse me. 42 current ability. Is he the oldest? Let's do age. Why are these players not retiring? Raja Nangalan, who's an actual real person, he's 65. What? This doesn't always happen, does it? Why has this happened? Look at that weird attribute breakdown. What the fuck's gone on? Look at all these players in the 60s. Current ability 0 for all these players. Never seen a player with 0 current ability. Josh Ruffles for Huddersfield, joining Burton 1st of 7th, 2053. I know what's happened. A future transfer has been arranged during their careers, hasn't it? A future transfer has been arranged during their career to a club that is under transfer embargo, which means they can't sign the player till 2053. All these players will retire at this point, almost certainly. They've all got future transfers, haven't they? And I mean, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Josh Ruffles, has he played? He's not played in 30 years. Yeah, so that's what's happened, isn't it? That's exactly what's happened. Fair enough. Okay. All right, let's go and look at the Premier Division then. Who's been winning the last few years? Okay, so Manchester United have taken over now. They've been winning more recently. Arsenal and Chelsea are sort of in the mix. Fabian Waldock is in charge. And of course, all transfer embargoes are ceasing imminently. Not that that's a problem for Manchester United because theirs has been gone for a long time. They've won plenty of leagues. Here we go. Fiorentina winning a Champions League. PSG winning a Champions League. Lazio winning another as well. Vinny Comp was at Chelsea. He's still here at Chelsea. 15 years into his tenure. 7 Premier League wins. 31 Cup wins. Like, how many Champions Leagues is that? He's won plenty of Champions Leagues. Yeah, okay. Serie A. Fiorentina have also taken over Serie A. They're absolutely dominating. They've got no transfer embargo. I don't think they've had one for a long time. They've got loads of money to spend. Stuart Armstrong's in charge. He's been here for 9 years. Matthijs de Ligt was here as manager. He then left to go to be the manager of the Netherlands. Then he's been the Leeds manager, and for 3 years he's been unemployed. And to be honest, he's actually looking like a half decent manager. 186 current and potential ability. Adrian Mutu was here for 37 and 39. Get the coke out, lads. Fair enough. Fiorentina and Lazio and AC Milan in the last decade. Liga, PSG back on top. Lille most recently. Monaco winning a couple. Boring. Spain is all about Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid have become the team. Yet they've never won a Champions League. Honest Sinel has been there for 20 years. And the Bundesliga. Mainz have been winning a few. Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund and Bayern Munich. And as I say, we are about to enter the year 2053. About to enter July, should I say, in a week's time. All their transfer embargoes will cease. They've just been the German league has literally been surviving off youth academy only then for the last 15, 20 years. They've done pretty well with it, but it's going to be interesting going forward. Let's go and see 2063 how things are going. Of course, now everyone in the world can sign players again. Let's go and have a look. Age. Who's the oldest person? 39. There we go. Yeah. So we worked out what happened, but wasn't that funny for a minute? Here we go. Junior Tiny. Never going to make his potential. 197 for PSG. Signed from Ipswich, I guess. Looks like. Daniel Zeris at Stockport County. Go on, lad. He's still there. £72 million from Nuremberg. Stockport County. Have they won a Premier League? I'd love them to. Indy van den Bosch has gone to Manchester United. £276 million. Wow. I mean, I've seen bigger. I've seen 300 odd, but that is hefty. It's hefty. Luke Hodgkinson. £111 million from Benfica. He's unhappy. Failing to qualify, failing to challenge for the Champions League, should I say. Excuse me. Lazio have got a few players here representing. Quite a few. Jeremy Carton, as it's known in France. Stockport, another great player. 176 out of 191, 22 years old. He's getting there. Anthony Totaro. Oh my God. Have Stockport won the league? I think they're going to have a trophy to the name. They've got to. They have. They've won one. They're fourth. Norwich are up there. This is nice to see. Look at this. Look at this topsy-turvy sort of Premier League table. Now, where? Oh, where? Liverpool 7th. Tottenham 6th in the Championship. Newcastle. Are they back in the Premier League? Yes, they are. They're 15th. You've got Millwall still here. Reading. Arsenal 2nd place. United won it most recently. So who's been winning the leagues? Vincent Kompany, after 18 years at Chelsea, got the sack after all those trophies, and that was his last act as a manager. It's so demoralising, isn't it, to see him get sacked for everything he did for the club. Chelsea have won a couple more league titles. United have won plenty. Arsenal have won one, and Stockport County did get that league title. They've also won 2 Champions Leagues in 2060 and 2061, so back-to-back Champions League winners. Norwich City have won a Champions League. We've had Fiorentina winning a couple. Atletico Madrid have finally got that Champions League to their name. Fully deserved. Their dominance in Spain, but wow. Go on, Stockport County and Norwich, who are also still qualifying, and West Ham are up there as well. In Italy, Casciavit have taken back over. Juve are there, as are Lazio. Fiorentina fallen off. PSG also still in the mix, but falling off a bit. Rennes and Monaco in recent years taking the title away from them, as well as Lille. In Spain, it's all about the Madrids. Valencia 2053-54, Real Madrid in 59-60. Other than that, it's all about Atletico. The Bundesliga is Mainz and Dortmund religiously. Like, come on. Where are Bayern Munich? Who are Bayern Munich? Dortmund have £615 million to spend as a transfer budget. Excuse me. Mainz have £57 million. They've got Vinicius Jr. in charge. He's wanted by Chelsea and Juventus. He's a 183 potential ability manager. He just won German Players Manager of the Year. Bayern Munich have got £57 million to spend as well. Season preview thinks they're going to be 4th. Mainz are going to win it, and Dortmund are going to be 2nd. Dortmund, £615 million to spend. They should be winning the league. If they've got that as a transfer budget, get it spent. Got a lot of good players, though. A lot of good players. Okay. Well, the quick jump in at 73 before we go to the end at 83. So, Ivan Hernandez, a 200 current ability, potential ability player for Fiorentina, 170 at 26, probably not going to get there. Ross Stover at Man United, 140 out of 199, 18 years young. Signed for 155k from San Jose. Going to be a world-class goalkeeper. Absolutely. Junior Tiny got to 159. He's 33, probably got higher than that, actually. And then Luke Hodgkinson is still at United. Indy van den Bosch still at United, both 37 years old. Salvatore Marzano signed for free from Torino. He's now 31. Marco Casalino at Man United as well. I mean, Man United surely have it. But hang on, here comes Stockport County. That's potential ability, don't forget. Benjamin Dermelt, 191. Jeremy Carton, 179. Probably was higher than 179. He's 32 years young. Felipe for Stockport County. Francisco Tinoco for United. It's going to be, to be honest, based on what I'm seeing here, it's going to be all about Stockport and United and maybe a bit of Norwich City. Come on, Stockport. I know I'm a United fan, but hey, birthplace, Stockport, all that jazz. Oh, what? Newcastle have won the league. Where's that fucking come from? Stockport 2nd. Man United have just won the entire decade. Bloody hell. Past winners. Norwich in 2nd, most of it. Stockport 3rd, 2nd a couple of times. But my God. They've won another Champions League at least. Norwich have won a couple. Bologna, Stockport, United another couple as well. A few other from foreign teams, Juve, Barca. Wow. Did not expect that. Okay. Serie A, Bologna are kicking on. Bologna are up there. Lazio have just won it most recently, but Bologna have won the most this last decade, have they? No, maybe not actually. Lazio probably actually pipped them. Atletico Madrid, apart from most recently, have won every single season. £206 million for Real Madrid to spend. Lille, Bastia and Monaco have won the leagues in France. And Bayern are back. Hoffenheim, Dortmund, Mainz. Dortmund have nowhere near the same amount of money to spend as they did. Mainz, same amount of money to spend as they did last time. Bayern Munich, a very modest £64 million transfer budget. Okay, so 2073. It's been a fun one. We've got just one last jump. It's like 2084, I think we went to. I mentioned it at the start. Yeah. Of course, the beauty of looking in on some of the shortlisted players, like some of the top potential players, we will remember some of those names when we go and check in on the Ballon d'Ors, which we're going to do now, which will actually add a little bit of extra something to the video, because we don't normally know some of the regions for the Ballon d'Ors. That'll be very interesting. Let's have a quick look then at the shortlist for the final time. I don't know, I've done age. Potential ability, we've got no one at 200. Ross Stover at 29 is at 191. 3 players, potential ability, and almost basically there. This guy, 20 years old, signed for $45.5 million from Dynamo Dresden. He's 18 away at 20. 198. Angelo Ramos Martins is there. Joan Miquel for Southampton. Stockport, Daniel Comet-Sabura. Joseph Janisic for United. £155 million from Atalanta. Arsenal got someone in there. Versailles. Stockport again. Newcastle. Southampton. Right, Southampton going to be up there in the Premier League. So let's go and have a look. United have won. Stockport did win another one. Newcastle have won a couple more, and then United have been dominant ever since. Southampton did not get that league title, unfortunately. Have they won anything, though? They won an FA Cup? No. A Conference League in 2072, 12 years ago. For a team that's got some really big players, and a team that's probably finishing, actually not in the top 3 that much at all. It's Newcastle United and Stockport. That's the big 3. And the final season of this experiment, we've got to see who's going down. See who's here, actually. So Burton, Burnley and Forest are going down. Forest Green are here. Cardiff are here. Swansea. Millwall are still here. Aston Villa, Luton, Norwich, Arsenal, Chelsea. So we've got no Man City. We've got no Liverpool. We've got... Let's go to the Championship and see who's there. Okay, so Man City coming up via the playoffs, coming up with Wolves and Middlesbrough. Tottenham are 13th in the Championship. Where are Liverpool? Unless I've just missed him in the Premier League. Oh no, they've just won League One. So there you go. A team in League One. Ipswich, not really a Premier League team in League One, because it was before they got promoted, wasn't it? This database is from the season they got promoted from the Championship to get to the Premier League. They've since come back down. It's all very confusing, isn't it? You know, that's what happens when we don't release a game for 2 pissing years, Sports Interactive. We lose where we bloody are, especially when I go 50 years into the future with all these different pissing experiments. You want games testers? Send it to me. I'll break it for you. How many times have I broken the game on this channel? Plenty. And plenty more to come. League 2. In the Vanarama National League, no Premier League teams. Biggish names though. Stoke, Sheffield United actually were in the Premier League at the start, so they're awful. But it's interesting, isn't it? I think not having stopping the outside takeovers sometimes can add an element of randomness, and it really has added some randomness. We've really sort of got behind Stockport. We've really got behind a bit of Southampton. We for a period in the 40s, we were loving a bit of Millwall, weren't we? We were absolutely loving a bit of Millwall. And I think it's quite a nice way to go about some of these. So it's not just a transfer embargo where they can't have them taken over and all the big teams will start to fall away, and then you just get teams that are not in the game come through and sign the players and get all the way up there. I've really enjoyed this, especially the way this has sort of transpired. Serie A, quick check in on there. Fiorentina, Lazio and Juve and Bologna. Real Madrid are back, as are Barcelona somewhat. Atletico just won the league again. Bundesliga, Mainz, Hoffenheim, Bayern Munich. Big into the Hoffenheim here. Multiple Bundesligas in recent times. They're absolutely bossing it. And Lille, Monaco, Bastia and PSG have won the French league, mainly Lille. You've also got one Champions League. That was in 2084. That's the current Champions League winners, Lille, beating Fiorentina. United beat Brentford. Brentford have a Champions League to their name. Cardo Mazinga Mawete, the manager. Brentford have won the Champions League. Stockport have won a couple more, as we mentioned earlier. Norwich have won a couple more as well. They've got 5. No Premier League titles, yet 5 Champions Leagues. That's absolute madness. 2 Premier Leagues and 5 Champions Leagues. So Norwich, Stockport getting honourable mentions. The the winners of the experiment, though, has got to be like Lazio did well, Bologna coming through, Hoffenheim done well. It's United, isn't it? And as a United fan, it's a shit answer, isn't it? Lille have done very well. Who else has done better in the Premier League? Chelsea were doing very well for a time under Vinny Comp, but you know, Arsenal did very well in the 30s. Chelsea were in the 40s, and United came through in the 50s, late 40s, early 50s, all the way through into the 60s. Continued dominated the 60s, won 9 in a row. Yes, and United then dominated through the 60s. 70s, he got a few. Newcastle intermittently with 3, Stockport, but still mainly United. 6 for United, 4 for other teams, and it's been just all United in the 80s. Okay, so we're going to look at the Golden Ball. Let's see if any of the players that we've seen along the way, names that we recognise. Okay, so we're going to just quickly skim through. Francis Tete for United and Marcus Okoa. We did see them, didn't we, early doors. Don't remember Diego Saventola. Lucas Bernardini for Chelsea, yes. Bilal Amala for Juve. Ricard at Chelsea, yes. Jalal Voj, second place then. Ed Hewison at Atletico Madrid. He started off at Newcastle, I believe. Neil Hoskins, the Hosk dog. Lucas Bernardini as well. He's winning again. And Ricard, they're alternating. Chris Saunders at Chelsea. Chelsea absolutely dominating the Ballon d'Or there. Tom Lee, don't know him. Mattia Minimo, don't remember any of these. Isidro Elbors, maybe? Barnabas Samir for Chelsea. Yes, he came through the Youth Academy, didn't he? Daniel Zeris for Stockport County in 58-59 season. Go on. And again, don't remember some of these players. They probably were like 180s. We didn't quite go down far enough to see them. And so that's probably the case for most of them. And there we go. We're at present day. So let's have a look at the international awards. Euros. So who's been winning the Euros then? Well, so it was the Netherlands, France beating Croatia. Italy beat Portugal. England beat Portugal. And Portugal beat Spain. Then Netherlands beat Portugal. That's 4 finals in a row. Just 1 win for Portugal. Netherlands beat Belgium. Then Italy beat the Netherlands. Italy then beat Portugal. England, Spain. Croatia, Germany. Germany, Italy. Portugal, Italy. Wales versus Spain. And England most recently against Italy. So that's the Euros. World Cup has been won by Italy twice, Argentina and Turkey into the final the first time. Argentina, then Portugal twice after losing the final to Argentina. They beat Mexico and Brazil. USA beat Nigeria, then Italy beat USA. So golden generation there in the late 40s for the United States of America. Back to back for Germany, then Italy, Argentina, Italy. England, Portugal, Germany. No one else unusual sort of in the final. No one really noteworthy. That's it. That's today's experiment. Every club with a youth academy of 20 and a transfer embargo. Well, this was a lot of fun. I've really, really thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's actually thrown up a lot more than I thought it would do. I thought this was going to be, I liked the idea, but these can go either way. These can be a bit of a hit and a miss kind of thing. So I'm very, very, very pleasantly surprised at how well this has gone. I've really sort of delved in and I've had an absolute right at making it. Let me know in the comments any ideas you've got of future experiments in this sort of arena or any ideas of experiments you've got in general at all. I've got a few more sort of things coming to do with, all this kind of sort of genre that I've been making in recent times. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe, like the video, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you soon.